Hello girls, welcome to another topic in CSS 3, that is paragraph writing. What is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of related sentences developed on a specific idea, theme or topic, whatever it be. When a paragraph is written, it is written with one topic or one idea at a time. A paragraph may be a part of an essay, but still it will concentrate only on one idea. And a paragraph may be a unit by itself. Coming to the features of a good paragraph. The first one is theme, or what is the topic or the idea of the whole paragraph. Now when you're writing a paragraph, you should keep in mind that we write it with one intention or one idea, and that is usually described in the beginning of the paragraph. It is called the topic sentence or the pilot sentence. It sometimes may be written towards the end of the paragraph. Sometimes a topic sentence may occur in the middle of a paragraph also, but in most cases the topic sentence or the sentence which describes the idea that we are going to describe is usually in the beginning or in the first few sentences of the paragraph. So that is about topic sentence and the theme of a paragraph. Before you start writing a paragraph, you must choose a topic on which you have to develop. Next is unity. What is unity? Unity of thought. Unity of thought means all the sentences in the paragraph must point to that topic that we have chosen to write about. So you can't write about one thing and then there should not be any kind of deviation going into another topic. That only creates confusion to the reader. You should be very clear about what you are writing. You should keep in mind that there should be only one idea expressed in that paragraph. That is unity of thought. That is, you may explain about that topic, whatever it be. There should not be any topic deviation. All the sentences in the paragraph must indicate to or must give importance to the topic that you have chosen. Next we have cohesion. Cohesion means the sentences in a paragraph are written in such a manner that there is a flow, there is some continuity. And for that, there are two devices which are adopted to make the read interesting to the reader. First one is coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions are words which link to words, to sentences or to phrases and make it meaningful. So what are the coordinating conjunctions? Those little words are, you can remember them as fan boys. Fan boys means for, and, neither, but, or, yet, and so. These are those little words which combine or merge to blend two sentences or two words or two phrases together to make it one. So I'll go over it once again. For, and, neither, but, or, yet, and so. These are the coordinating conjunctions. What about the next one? Subordinating conjunction. Another device which is employed for cohesion, for the purpose of cohesion or for continuity or for the flow, is subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions come in the form of that, because, since, when, as. What are subordinating conjunctions? These words are used in complex sentences when you are introducing or when you are beginning to write the dependent clause. So when you are, this is also a device which is used to link words or link sentences. Okay, so that is subordinating conjunction. Apart from these two devices, there is the usage of pronouns. Then there is the usage of the definite article the also, which is also used as a cohesion device. After this, we come to coherence. What is coherence? Coherence means the sentences in a paragraph should be coherent or should be having a meaning. They should be linked in such a way that their meaning is conveyed in a very clear manner. These two devices are used to provide clarity to the reader. Coherence means it refers to semantically being linked. The sentences should be semantically. Semantically means with reference to the meaning. So, when you are writing a paragraph, the sentences should be written in such a way that there is a flow, that the reader can go from one thought to another and thereafter. So, without having any confusion. So, it so happens that these words are used as connective devices, and here it refers to meaning. The sentences should have meaning when you are writing a paragraph. A good paragraph is a combination of cohesion and coherence devices. So the sentences should be properly linked and they should be a unity of meaning. You can call this coherence as unity of meaning. There should be unity of meaning. Next we have balance. Balance means all the sentences that are written in the paragraph should be indicating the importance of the main topic that you have chosen. You may be given detailed explanations, but whatever it be, there should not be any deviation of any kind when you are proceeding with your paragraph. Whatever explanation is given, it should be in reference to the topic that you have chosen. But they should be adding or supporting. That is how a balance in the paragraph should be maintained. Next we have variety. You must have come across the saying, variety is the spice of life. So what is variety? Variety means the structure of the sentences may vary. You may change the sentence from active voice to passive voice, from passive voice to active voice, or you may use other structural devices, like you may use your vocab also, you may use antonyms or synonyms. So it is very pretty, you can substitute that for very beautiful, or you can use antonyms like very bad. Very bad means not good. It is another way of saying very bad, not good. Not good means not bad, not good. So whatever it be, variety should be there in the paragraph to make it interesting. Next we have emphasis. What is emphasis? Emphasis is giving importance to the topic that you have chosen. So whatever the paragraph is being written, or however the paragraph is written, the thoughts of the paragraph should be arranged in such a way that it always indicates to the main topic that you have chosen to describe about. Then we come to order. There should be a logical ordering of sentences. Logical ordering means usually when you read a paragraph, it begins with an introduction of the topic. As I told you, there is a topic sentence. Suppose, for example, we are writing about pollution. So we can start the sentence that we can discuss pollution from various angles. And then you define pollution. What is pollution? You have to describe it. Pollution is a harmful addition of harmful substances to the atmosphere. You can define that. That is the definition. Then you go to the different kinds of pollution. Then what are the evil effects or the harm that pollution causes to the atmosphere, in the form of water pollution, soil pollution, air pollution, so on and so forth. So this is a progression. So that is how a paragraph should be well ordered. Immediately after writing the paragraph, you can't say in conclusion, pollution is harmful to the society. That is meaningless. So there should be a particular order. And different paragraphs have different order of writing. Next we come to style. We can discuss the order when we are writing, when we are discussing about the different types of paragraphs. Next we come to style. Style is very, very important. You have to keep two things in mind when you are writing, when you are writing a paragraph. The first one is about the audience that you are writing for. The second one is the purpose for which you are writing. Why are you writing that? for the purpose of educating somebody, or is it for the purpose of passing on some information, important information, or is it for the purpose of just entertaining someone you are writing? So whatever the purpose, you have to first identify the purpose. A paragraph must have a purpose, and it must cater to the audience that you have selected to write for. Perhaps if you are writing for a common man, then the language that you are using should be very simple, otherwise how will he understand? Or if you are writing for a thesis, for your PhD, then your language that you use should be very refined, of a high quality. So that is the way that these are the many features that we can say are very important to make the paragraph a very good one. The types of paragraphs we are going to discuss now. As you can see, the first one is the descriptive paragraph. What is a descriptive paragraph? As I told you, a paragraph, when you are writing a paragraph, it has a purpose. So sometimes you want to describe something. You have gone to a beautiful place. You want to describe the atmosphere in that place. So the shape or the beauty of something when you are describing. Usually this is a device, or this type of paragraph writing is done when you are writing some stories, when you are describing a person, a place or a thing. That is a descriptive paragraph. And the words that you use is in most cases in reference to the shape or the size or the appearance of things. So words relating to those aspects are used in the descriptive paragraph. Next we have the explanation paragraph. Explanation paragraph is you take one idea and you explain in detail about that particular thing. So it may be a topic which is related to academics or non-academics also, whatever. The words that are used for an explanation paragraph are because, hence, therefore, as a result. So whatever it is that is used for explanation or to give in detail knowledge of a particular topic. Next we have the sequence paragraph. Sequence paragraph means it is a paragraph used where some things are described in sequence. Sequence means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in an order you can say. So when you are telling someone about a scientific experiment, you are writing a paragraph about a scientific experiment. So you first take something in a test tube and then you add a certain chemical into it, so on and so forth. When you do, you don't say add the chemical then you take the test tube. That is meaningless. So when you are doing that kind of work or that kind of a paragraph writing, then you use this sequence paragraphs. Then we come to classification paragraph. When you classify or categorize the information, that is divide the paragraph into categories, then that is called the classification paragraph. For example, you may take the example of if you are writing about musical instruments. So musical instruments can be classified into wind instruments, stringed instruments. So when you are writing like this, wind instruments means what are the wind instruments that you are using. First one, you can say the flute, the bugle, all these are the wind instruments that we use our air or breath to control the sound that is emanating from the instrument. So on and so forth. So whatever information is categorized into sections, for that purpose we use the classification. After classification, by the way, I forgot to tell you that in a sequence paragraph, we can use words like firstly, secondly, thirdly, lastly, or next, after this. These are the stock phrases that are used when we are writing this particular paragraph. Next, when we are writing about choice paragraph, what is a choice? When you are expressing your desire, your interest, or your preference then you are writing a choice paragraph. What is the when you are writing a choice paragraph? Perhaps if I like coffee, I'm going to write I prefer, or I like, or if you're writing about a particular situation, then as my point of view is these are the phrases or these are the words that you are using when you are expressing your views about something that you like. That is why it is called a choice. It's a my choice paragraph. So these are the words in my view, or my point of view is, or I like, or prefer. My preference is. Coming to the next one, narrative paragraph. Narrative paragraph is, commonly said, we can say it is used for storytelling, when you're narrating a story or an anecdote or an incident. So, as I was walking alone on the street, I met a beggar. So this is a narration. So you are just narrating or telling a story, storytelling. Next we have expository paragraph. Expository paragraph means it is used to define something or for giving instructions, usually for strictly academic purpose, for educational purposes. This type of expository paragraph is used. That is, it gives instructions and it defines certain, perhaps you can take a scientific formula, whatever it be, you can use this expository paragraph. Next you have argument paragraph. What is an argument paragraph or argumentative paragraph? When you want to state your view against about one particular thing, then that is called an argumentative paragraph. That is, you have some evidence or some facts to support your views. Why you think in that manner? You have some idea, or you have some facts, strong facts which support you. And this is in addition to some expert evidence or expert input that you have gathered from the newspaper or from the internet or whatever. Or there is some statistical evidence backing for your argument. Then you can use an argument paragraph to put forth your argument, or when you are arguing your case or your views. Next we have compare and contrast paragraph. Compare and contrast paragraphs are when you are comparing two things, two places, or two people. You use compare and contrast. That is, you will show the similarity or the dissimilarity between two things or two places or two people. That is a compare and contrast paragraph. After this, in a compare and contrast paragraph, you may use words like similarly, likewise, so on and so forth. Next we have definition paragraph. Definition paragraph means you define a particular idea and give details about a certain thing. Not much information, but you define a particular idea and you develop on that definition. That is a definition paragraph. Then we have an evaluation paragraph. This is used for as a literary device, perhaps for the purpose of critical analysis, to criticize something, a work of art, a work of literature. You want to give a critical evaluation of a particular thing, whether it is in your view what it is, it should have been written in this way, why the author has written it in this manner, what is the motto or what is the motive of the writer. All this, when you are evaluating or judging, making judgment about something, that is an evaluation paragraph. So these are the various types of paragraphs that can be written, depends on the purpose. Okay, now let's discuss the rules for writing a good paragraph. So in order to write a good paragraph, you should follow certain rules. The first one is think on the topic. Before you set out to write, think of the topic or the idea that you want to describe or write about. You can't have just a vague thought and start writing and then go into some other topic. It is only confusion. So avoid that. You should have one topic, stick to it, throughout till the end. After that, think about the topic, the audience that you are going to write for, and the purpose, as we have already discussed. If it is for a common man, it should be very simple. The ordering of sentences should be simple. The language, the words that you are using, the sentence structures also should be simple, short and simple. A very good mantra for a successful or a very good read is that paragraph should be, sentences in a paragraph should be short and simple. Next, arrange in chronological, sequential or logical order. The paragraph, depending on what type of paragraph you have chosen to write about, it should be chronological. Chronological means in the order in which the events have taken place. So that is a chronology. Now if you are writing about a certain person, where he was born, where was he implicated, and then where he was employed, to whom he was married, all this. Towards, it doesn't mean that you are going to jumble it up. You can't mix up the order there, because a person goes from one stage to the other. That is a chronological order. Then what about the sequential order? As I told you, the order in which anything happens, that is a sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Next, logical order, according to our thought. How our thought processes or progresses, that will be the logical order. After that, use connectives. Connectives means subordinating conjunctions and coordinating conjunctions along with the article the, along with prepositions and pronouns. All these are called connectives. Connectives make the paragraph very interesting to read. Next, the paragraph should not be too long nor too short. Ideal paragraph size should be from 10 to 12 sentences. If you write four sentences and say that is a paragraph, then it is too short a paragraph. You should make a big paragraph writing around 20 to 25 sentences. You can't call that a paragraph, it becomes an essay. So keep that in mind. It should not be too long nor too short. Then one subject at a time, or one topic, or one idea at a time. So it should discuss or deal with only one topic. Then there should be unity of thought and meaning. All the sentences should support one idea, and even coherence. As I told you, coherence means semantics, the meaning of the paragraph should point out to that topic or idea that you have chosen. Decide on the type of the paragraph that you want to write. Whatever. If you have taken a paragraph to write about our history, then you can write a paragraph which narrates from the beginning how Sepoy mutiny took place. Then after that there is so many events in Jallianwala Bagh incident. Then Gandhi's freedom struggle. All this you can write it in a sequential paragraph. After this, you can write about you must have a topic or a closing sentence. What is a topic or closing sentence? Topic sentence is written at the beginning of the paragraph. This is a must. And a closing sentence is closing or conclusion. You may use terms like lastly, towards the end, or in conclusion, finally, lastly, at last, you can say. All these are to show the reader that you have come to the end of the paragraph. That is, you must have a topic sentence as well as a closing sentence to write a good paragraph. Then there should be varieties. Structural variety should be there in a paragraph. All the different sentences should be written in such a way that it has some variety. Edit. That means after writing the paragraph, read it once, twice, and check for any grammatical errors, spelling mistakes, or structural errors, whatever, anything is there in the paragraph. We make mistakes sometimes. With regard to punctuation also, punctuation, spelling, grammar, structural errors, all these may occur. So edit it thoroughly so that you can avoid mistakes to the maximum. So this is about paragraph writing. With this, we end the topic on paragraph